Good morning, my loves. Happy Thursday. It's about 4:45 in the morning here at the lake. It's going to be a relatively nice day, 45 right now, high today's in the 70s. I will take that over what we had last week. Absolutely, no questions. So, yes, I sound a little froggy and croaky this morning because the office cold has once again circled back around to my side of the office. So, yeah, I'm miserable. My head's all plugged up and, the life of a cold. So we are about a month out from Valentine's Day. I know it's a biggie for a lot of people, but it's not for everybody, and that's okay. So the next few days, we're talking about relationships. And we're going to start on the very low end of the spectrum and build our way up to happy relationships, healthy relationships. But today we are talking about just the red flags. And I've noticed that, and I'm older, I'm 65, but I've noticed that a lot of people, regardless of age, around Valentine's Day, if you think about it, through the holidays and Valentine's Day, people start getting a little desperate. They start getting a little lonely, and they start reaching out to people for a connection, for any kind of connection they can find. That's a problem. So we're talking red flags. You may want a relationship. You're not into one-night stands and flings or whatever they call it, hookups or whatever they call it nowadays. You want a relationship. I have a lot of friends, male and female, that do not do one-night stands. There's no way on God's green earth I'm ever going to do a one-night stand. I don't think so. No. But here are the red flags. If you're talking to someone, whether it's in person, on the phone, you're texting, chatting, whatever, here are the red flags to know that's what they want when you want something different. You could be talking about football. You could be talking about the weather, whatever, and all of a sudden they ask you, what are you wearing? Well, I mean, if, it's sub-zero and you guys are joking about the temps and stuff, are you wearing a parka and mittens? Okay. But usually that's not why they're asking. Think about that. If they ask you, what's your favorite position, and you're not discussing yoga or football, okay? Seriously. If they ask, what do you sleep in? A bed. Seriously. I had somebody ask me this it was about a month ago. It's like, why the hell are you asking me that? It's none of your business. It's just out of the blue. And it's like, no. If everything's going along smooth and you're talking about possibly, going out to dinner, meeting for coffee, having lunch, great. But then they say, no strings, no expectations. Yeah, that's a red flag, honey. That means they're probably wanting a one-night stand. They just want the sex. No strings, no attachments, no expectations. Yeah. If you're on social media and somebody starts sending you DMs, and I mean, we all like compliments, and I get some lovely compliments about my videos and about my posts, and I appreciate them. I sincerely do. However, it annoys me to no end when somebody starts telling me they want to be with me. Honey, you don't even know me. They want to pleasure me. Are you serious? I don't know you. Go away. When they just send tons of emojis, little flowers, little hearts, little devil faces. Use your words. You're not 5. Use your words, not an emoji. Do not hide behind emojis. And don't be a creep. And I will come right out and tell somebody, please stop. I don't appreciate this. Stop. I will tell them once. If they do it again, they're going to be blocked. Because I don't tolerate that. I don't appreciate that. There are some people that do. There are some people that love all the little emojis and all the flattery. I don't buy it because it's obvious to me what they're after. And they are not after the same thing I am, obviously. So go away. Plain and simple. But there are people that are so desperate and so lonely they don't care. They will ignore the red flags, honey. Red flags are red for a reason, to get your attention. Please pay attention to the red flags. It's not going to get any better. It's not like they're going to meet you and you're going to change their mind and all of a sudden they're going to want, an eternal relationship with you. If they tell you up front, no strings, no expectations, they just want to have fun, well, they're telling you in a very nice way. That's all they want. Nothing more, nothing less, just the sex. And I do know people that's what they like. No judgments, whatever works for you. But please, if you're the person sending those messages and somebody tells you to please stop, please stop. I don't find it flattering at all. I find it rather insulting and disrespectful. But that's just me. There's no way that I would send someone a message and say things like that. I mean, it's just disgusting. But that's just me. And I'm older. So for somebody that's a millennial, okay, maybe that works for you guys. I don't know. Now, changing the path a little bit here. If someone is already involved with someone else, if they're talking to somebody else, chatting with somebody else, dating somebody else, even if they've just gone on a few dates, if they're living with someone, they're in a relationship, whatever, if somebody is taken, leave them alone. Don't poach. Plain and simple. When I was married, my ex, that's one of the reasons we divorced. He wanted to date. We're married. The divorce hearing, the judge said, what's this really about? And he told the judge, plain and simple, I want to date and she won't let me. Yes, I mean like that. I wouldn't let my husband date. Damn. And the judge, who was a family friend of both of us, started laughing and said, yeah, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So if somebody is involved with someone else, leave them alone. Don't try and steal somebody else's girl, steal somebody else's guy. Come on. I mean, I work in an office full of people, and there's a lot of joking and teasing all day, and it's innocent. There's no way the majority of us would ever do anything to hurt the other party or hurt their relationship ever. And I don't joke and tease like that because been there, done that. I've been on the receiving side where my husband cheated, and I don't find it funny. I just don't have any use for things like that. I'm a very loyal, faithful, monogamous person. But again, I'm older and not everybody is. But if someone is married, leave them alone. Don't flirt. I mean, you can joke, you can tease, but come on. Leave them alone. They have a marriage. If they have kids, I don't understand why somebody would do that. Other than there are people that want something that somebody else has. They see it as a challenge. And they don't care about the consequences. They don't care about the fallout. That they have a one-night fling, they blow up a marriage, they blow up a family. They don't care. They walk away. They don't care about the aftermath. They don't care that these kids' lives are shattered, that a marriage may not be able to be mended. So think about that. And one last thing. I want you to keep in mind, if you are married and you're being inappropriate on social media and your spouse finds out, because I had somebody call me, I want to say last week, I want to say about a week ago, and they just had a fast question, so they're not a client, but this poor idiot, and I'm sorry, I told him to, when we were talking, I said, you are such an idiot for doing this. Well, he had 2 cell phones, and one was for a dating app. Yeah. And he had all these profiles and all this stuff going on, and his wife found out, and she wasn't happy. Imagine that. And he's just mortified. Oh my God, what do I do now? And I said, because she threw him out of the house. She doesn't want him around the kids. And it's kind of the typical response. I said, well, the 2 of you need to sit down and have a dialogue. honest, open dialogue. I will mediate. If you want me to mediate, I will, to make sure you play nice. But you need to find out what's really behind this, what's driving it. Because it's more than just attention-seeking behavior, you wanting all these girls to be after you on dating apps. Well, he hadn't thought of that. And so we talked about it for a few minutes and found out why he's really doing it. And I said, I think the two of you need to have a discussion. And he agreed. I have not heard back. So hopefully they had the discussion and things can be mended. I hope. But I want you to keep in mind, the spouse finds out, the girlfriend finds out, whatever. Those records, the text messages, the photos, the calls, can be subpoenaed. Encrypted does not mean it cannot be subpoenaed. Any family lawyer worth 2 cents will tell you that when they find out their client's spouse is cheating and all that, they are going to subpoena those records. They're going to subpoena your phone records. Yes, that includes the photos, because it's a huge printout of everything said, who said it to who. Yeah. So think about that. If you're out there and you're cheating and you think you're being slick, think about it again. Is it worth it? Because, maybe you have kids 10, 11 years old. They will understand this. How are you going to explain that to them? You can say that you and mommy or you and daddy are having problems. They understand that. Are they going to understand the verbiage in those posts, the pictures that they may see? Just keep that in mind before you blow up your family. There's more to life than immediate gratification. Some people have an itch that they will scratch forever. But that itch you need to find out the reason you have that itch. What's driving the itch? Why you're doing what you're doing, and address it. Why you're being inappropriate to people on the internet. Why are you saying this? Are you intentionally trying to be disrespectful? Are you just lonely and don't know how to go about connecting with people? You need to figure it out. Okay? I wish you well. I wish you love. But please, go about it in a healthy way.